Hi, fifth graders, it's me, Mrs. Strom. Last week we were making some looms like this for a Kumihimo weaving. If you don't remember, Kumihimo is a Japanese method of cord making and cord braiding. It was used for the Japanese samurai warriors' armor. It was a way that they could piece multiple small pieces of metal together to create flexibility for their uniform, so that way if they wanted to raise their arm up, for example, on the shoulder, it would be made out of different pieces and it would be all tied together using this super strong cord that they created called Kumihimo. Later on, during the peaceful time of the Japanese Empire, they actually used Kumihimo a lot for decorative methods for the samurai armor. They used it for beautiful braids, for bows, and even to decorate their weapons, such as the cords that they would use to create to wrap their swords and other things. So it started out as a functional craft that became a beautiful art. So what we're going to do today is we need this loom. You guys are going to need 7 pieces of string or yarn, and they can be different colors if you like. I gave you guys some methods on how to use alternatives if you don't have yarn, but yarn really is the best. Shoestring would be really great if you have leftover shoestring. Pieces of fabric that maybe from an old t-shirt that you have parent permission, of course, to cut up and make into long strands. I even showed you guys how to take a ribbon like this and unravel it to make it into long pieces like that. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using 6 pieces of yarn and 1 piece of ribbon that I shredded into thinner pieces. All right, so I'm going to flip my camera down and show you how to do this weaving. So here is my loom, and here is my string and yarn. So we had 8 cuts on here, and what you need is 1 less than the cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of string basically. So 8 cuts, 7 string. What you're going to do first is try to line up all of the ends together on one end like this, and you're going to make a knot. I do a 1-finger knot, which means I wrap it around my finger like that. I do it loosely to start with, so I'm going to show you again. Do it loosely. All right. I'm going to use my thumb kind of like an anchor to hold down that yarn, the end of that yarn, so I can make sure that this loop is big enough for me to put all of those strands through that loop. So I wrap around my finger, hold it down, open up the loop, and then these strands are going to go all under and through this loop. So under and through the loop, okay? Then I'm going to hold with one hand the end of the strings, and then on the other hand I'm going to kind of tuck my fingers under where the knot is going to be, and I'm just going to pull it in opposite directions. And when I pull in opposite directions, there I have the knot. Okay. If you have difficulty making this knot, you can cheat a little bit. You can use some tape, and you can try taping the ends together. I don't think tape is as effective as making a knot, but I know that it might be difficult. So if you need to stop the video, rewind it, and watch again, feel free to do that. But if you're ready to do the next step, let's move on. So I'm going to make this my front, just because this is where I have all my lines and it's easy to see where those lines are. And this will be my back, but really it doesn't matter. I'm going to push the end of my knot through the center where I made the cut in the middle. I'm going to put 1 piece of yarn through 1 cut, another piece of yarn through another cut, so on and so on. you're gonna have one cut without a string right here, okay? So keep this pointing towards you for now, okay? Whichever open cut you have, the open cut is going to be facing towards you. So what you're going to do is from the right side, you're going to count 1, 2, 3. Okay. So once you count 1, 2, 3, then you're going to take that string and bring it to the bottom. All right. So you see how the open cut is now here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way. And then I'm going to count again, 1, 2, 3, and bring it down here. And then I'm going to turn it. Then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and bring it down here. All right. Turn this towards you, 1, 2, 3, and bring it down here. All right, so you're just going to keep repeating this, and after a while you're going to get sort of a rhythm. 2, 3, like this. And just be careful that these strings don't get tangled. The center of it is going to start getting longer down here the more you do. So I'm going to fast forward. I'm still continuing to do my weaving, making sure that this is face towards me, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Face towards me, 1, 2, 3. All right, while you're doing this, this part does get longer, and you can see how it's starting to become braided. Pull on this part once in a while just to make sure that it's staying centered, and then make sure the rest of these strings are not getting tangled. I'm going to go back to fast forwarding. All right, I'm still weaving. I'm just checking in on you just to make sure that you're keeping the center part pulled in under, and then all the other strings are staying tangle free. This is about how much I've gotten done, and I've been working on this for now just about maybe 5 minutes. So this project will take you a long time. Don't get frustrated. You can work on it a little bit at a time. I don't expect you to finish this in one sitting. It'll probably take you maybe a whole week to work on it if you're just doing a little bit at a time. All right, so once you're done, I will show you how to take this off the loom. All right, so this is how much I've gotten done, and I've got about this much yarn left over. So I don't think I can do very much more. So what I'm gonna do now is carefully pull these off the loom, just one by one, like that, and pull it through the center. And then this loose end, what I wanna do is I wanna tie it, so I'm gonna do that one finger knot again. I think that's really the easiest. So I wrap it around loosely, hold it down with my thumb, make a loop here, and then I go under and through like that. And then I hold on to this end, I tuck my thumb and my finger underneath the knot, and then I just pull. And that's how you end the weaving. So now I have that Kumihimo cord. It's very strong, It looks really cool. Think of some ways that you can use this. So the samurai, like I said, used it to piece different sheets of metal together to create their armor and make it flexible. They also used it for decorative things such as interesting bows and knots to decorate their armor and their swords. You could use it as a friendship bracelet. You could use it as a strap for a small bag. So there's lots of uses for it. Well, I hope you had fun making it. Remember, take your time. This is not a one-day project type of thing. This is probably going to take you a few days. So if you don't finish it within this week, you can always work on it next week. And just have fun. All right? Be creative and have fun. Those are your main goals. And try your best, of course. So I will see you next time with some new art lessons and information. But with this is just work on it whenever you have time. And once you are finished, I'd love for you to post a picture of how yours turned out. All right. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.